everyone.
I'm Mo.
And I'm Katy. And this is
The Mo and Katy Show. We are two friends from two different worlds
coming together in harmony for one podcast, celebrating gratitude, humor, and positivity.
We are random, ridiculous, and have been taking humor seriously since 2018.
Each week, we'll share two positive news stories from around the world, a quirky fact, the day's weird holiday, a shared experience, and maybe even play a game.
All while punning the crap out of each other.
Mo, you can't say that.
Fine.
It's
The Mo and Katy Show.
Gratitude,
Humor,
positivity. Hey, everybody.
I'm Mo.
And I'm Katy, and this is
The Mo and Katy Show.
Happy November, everybody.
God, it's crazy.
I know. If someone were to walk up and say, what month is it? I would probably go, it's August.
Yeah.
I just
Question?
a weird time warp. I don't even know. It doesn't feel like November.
Yeah.
But I will say I'm enjoying the fall, the cooler weather, the pretty leaves. It's been really nice.
Fall.
Oh,
It's been hot here, though. It was 70 degrees today.
it was 70 degrees, but it was colder during
Which,
the
that's
week.
cold for Maine. I mean, warm for Maine.
We're not in Maine.
I know, but I'm just saying 70 would be warm for Maine.
That's warm for Alaska. Just not
No,
sure.
no, that's true. It is warm for Alaska as well.
Okay. You're just happy that your random thing that you just said makes sense.
Well, it's not good that I screwed it up the first time. If you hear growling, it's not my stomach.
No, nor
it's
mine.
Katy. Oh.
Oh. No, we
threw you
are
under
being
the buffet.
We are being stalked by Mo's dog, Boomer. That's him. He can't quite decide if he wants to be in the sound booth or out of the sound booth. So right now he's out of the sound booth, but all bets are off.
Yeah, when he was in the sound booth, he was trying to eat the microphone.
He was trying to eat the microphone. So it's almost like we're hiding. It's almost like we're hiding under here for fear of what he might do. Mo, would you please tell us something full of gratitude, humor, and positivity that is going on in this wonderful world in which we live?
In the Netherlands, there was a metro train that was driving, no passengers, just the driver.
Okay.
And he was driving. That's
what metro train drivers do.
yeah. So
They drive.
I wonder, do they not call them engineers?
I don't know.
Maybe those are the people that build the trains. Anyway, so the front carriage where the train driver sits crashed through some safety barriers.
Oh, okay.
And he ended up propped up 32 feet in the air by one fin of a sculpture of a whale's tail.
That is a very well-placed whale's tail.
Yeah, but so this is kind of cool. Do you know what the tail fins are called?
I don't know what tail fins are called.
They're called flukes.
Fluke. Oh, and this incident was a fluke.
Yes.
It was a fluke on a fluke.
No, it was a train on a fluke.
The train going through the barriers was a fluke.
Oh, yeah, fluke on a fluke. So, but here's the cool thing. The name of the sculpture
Yes.
is called Saved by the Whale's Tail.
Oh, how cool. That's so funny.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway, all the punny people on Twitter are having a
whale
of a time. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to do that on purpose.
I don't want people to tune out when they hear this broadcast, though. All right. Well, I want to talk about a young couple who lives in San Angelo. I'm not quite sure where San Angelo is. Texas. Yes, it is Texas.
Yeah, West Texas.
San Angelo, Texas. A young couple got married. Their names are Chance and Hannah Buckner. They got married in September. Mm-hmm. And after their wedding, they had all of these beautiful flowers, and Hannah just could not handle the idea of the flowers just being thrown out. So she put out a call on Facebook and said, I would like to deliver these to anyone needing a lift in their spirits. If anyone knows of someone going through a tough time, an elderly or disabled person that's alone, or even if you don't talk to them but you just see them occasionally, message me their address and I will deliver a flower arrangement to them with an encouraging note.
Aw.
So they received hundreds of comments and messages, and they spent 6 hours delivering flowers to about 20 different locations in San Angelo. Numerous loved ones, friends, and coworkers of the community. A few people cried. They got a lot of hugs and thank yous. And they just wanted to share the joy from their wedding, and I think that's a really cool way
really cool,
to
yeah.
do that, to kind of repurpose. The flowers were beautiful in their wedding, but then they lifted other people's spirits.
That's
too.
really good. Good on them.
I love that. I love when people look around. You don't have to go out and spend a bunch of money. You just look at what you have and use it to bless other people. So
that's cool. That's a neat first thing for them to do as a couple.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. So
Good on ya.
Good for you guys, Chance and Hannah. Spreading the love.
Yeah.
Just like bees spread the pollen. I was trying to go somewhere flowery with that, but that didn't quite work.
Indeed, I really stung you, didn't it? Okay, honey.
All right. Oh, you just put me in a daisy.
I have a stamen joke that probably needs to get cut out.
I have a question for you, Mo.
Oh, Lord.
Would you like to hear a quirky fact?
Actually, not today.
Oh, well, tough. You're getting a quirky fact.
Figured that was coming.
Shouldn't even ask. Okay, quirky fact. In the 1939 novel called Gadsby, it's the longest book.
Oh, that was great.
It's not The Great Gatsby. This is different.
Oh.
It's the longest book ever published that does not contain the letter E.
E? Like, there's no
E's.
the?
There's no E's at all in this book. It was written in 1939 by American author Ernest Vincent, and he wrote this entire novel and did not use the letter E once.
How is that possible?
The word once possible. He did not use the E once.
Wait, what's the name of the bird? Book? Gosh.
The book is called Gadsby. It's not The Great Gatsby, but it's
Because that would have two E's.
Because that would have two E's in it. It's the longest book. It has 50,000 words.
How many are typos? Like, it's
Probably
like,
none of them.
it's like, beginning. Oh.
It's 50,000 word novel that does not contain the letter E.
Was that an accident? Was that a fluke? Or
It
did
was
he-
not. Fluke has an E in it, so no, it's not.
Was it a fluck? The publisher's like, what the fluck? He's like, no, sir, I think you mean fluke. He's like, no, I do not.
I do not mean fluke. Yeah, so good for him for being creative. That would be very difficult to
He
do.
wasn't creative.
He wasn't creative because it has an E in it.
He was creative.
He wasn't mean.
He was man.
He wasn't handsome.
He was handsome.
Handsome.
We're going to do the rest of the podcast without the letter E.
Not quite sure how we're going to do that.
I know.
It's it's Mo and Katie's show.
Mo.
Yep,
Goodness.
so I'll have to check that out. The 1939 novel Gadsby. 50,000 words and no E to be seen.
That's a lot of... Yeah. Okay.
To listen.
Today is Saxophone Day.
Saxophone Day.
Yeah, so you know who invented the sax.
I don't.
Mr. Sax.
Mr. Sax? His name's just Mr. Sax?
Well, Mr. Adolf Sax.
Adolf Sax. No, wait a minute.
Saxy, if you're nasty. Yeah, so this is his birthday, 6 November, 1814,
Okay.
is the birthday of Adolf Sax, and he designed and introduced the saxophone to the world
His
in
name
18...
is really Adolf Sax. You're not making that up.
Why would I make something up? When have I ever made anything?
Well, I don't
That's
even
true.
know.
Never mind. No, yeah,
Wow.
Adolf Sax.
He's sexy and he knows it.
Yeah. Sexy and I know it. It is also...
Let's talk about sex, baby.
baby. Let's talk about... Ooh,
Just remember,
Boomer is not...
practice safe sex. Oh my goodness.
It's also National Nacho Day, but not to be confused with International Nacho Day, which is actually on the 21st of October.
You
But,
want to hear a nacho joke? What do you call my cheese? Nacho cheese.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, that was good. Nice job.
Yeah, just a chip off your shoulder. Uh-oh. Boomer is entering the...
Oh no,
He
he
has
changed
left
his
the
mind.
building.
We
God,
scared
this
him.
dog, okay.
Podcasting with a dog, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's
Don't
happening.
try this at home. Here
It's
he
happening.
comes. So, Mo, today we're going to talk about something that you and I are, it's kind of a more recent experience for us, but maybe a lot of our listeners can relate to, and that is the idea of the second act.
Boomer.
That is the idea of the second act. So your kind of your post-career life, like after you do the first thing that you set out to do.
Yeah.
So it's like after you do the first thing that you set out to do, and that comes to a close, and then you're looking at like the rest of your life. So second act.
So what's the performance? And the reason we're talking about this is later today, actually, we are co-moderating a panel.
We are.
Called Second Act, Reinventing Yourself for the Officer Women's Leadership Symposium. So we'll be online here in a couple hours. What is second act? Like, what's the performance?
So the second act in theater is obviously the second part of the play that comes after intermission. And the interesting thing about it is that often a problem or some sort of plot twist is introduced at the end of the first act, and then kind of leaves the audience, on the edge of their seats during intermission, and then they come back and kind of see how the story moves along. In musical theater, it's also interesting because there's usually a great big musical number at the end of the first act.
Okay.
Right before intermission and leading into whatever's going to happen. Also, the second act is, sadly, a little shorter than the first act. I don't know if that has any significance, but so, and Mo and I have both, we're both kind of in that season. So I have been second acting for the last couple of years. I've been raising kids for 27 years. And 2 years ago, our youngest graduated from high school, and we were homeschooling and really involved in that community. So a lot of that has changed for me. So I'm kind of looking at my life like under a different lens. I'm not as involved with them. It's a different role kind of in my parenting and everything. And just looking at doing some things I've kind of always wanted to do, which is kind of, I think, the fun part of second act. It's like, you've got your career, you've got your stuff, but then like, what do you really want to do?
Yeah.
So what's your situation?
So it was right. I met you. Had I retired already?
I think you had just
I
retired.
had just retired and I met you.
August of 18 was when we met.
Okay, yeah, so April of 18 is when I retired and from the Air Force, and I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to do, but it's kind of worked out doing public speaking, and I'm going to try to, get a book written and stuff like that. So, I don't know, it's definitely, I think the biggest musical reprise for me, I'm not using that term correctly, but go with me.
That's all right.
Is that for almost 30 years in the military, I had to kind of squash my irreverence, and I finally am in a job now where it's not necessarily celebrated, but you know what? It's my hallmark. So
I love it.
Yeah.
You squashed your irreverence. How in the world did you do that?
I don't know.
But and it's really been cool because even I feel like doing the Mo and Katy show has been part of that for both of us.
Yeah.
A lot of times, and I've said this to you, Mo, I kind of feel like this is always what I wanted to do, but I didn't know it.
Yeah.
Until we started doing it, and it's so much fun, and it doesn't feel like work, and it's just so much fun bantering and playing games and just having fun and spreading gratitude, humor, and positivity.
Yeah. No, that's that's interesting you say that you... It's funny when you end up doing something that you didn't realize. Yeah. When you end up doing something and love it and didn't realize that was something you even wanted to do. So, yeah, it's cool. It's been a fun journey.
It is definitely a fun journey, and I feel like we are both just at the beginning of our second act.
Yeah.
And seeing these things develop. You mentioned with your speaking business and your writing. I'm trying to take I've also taught piano and voice lessons for 30 years. I'm launching that more into the online airspace. I'm still teaching in person, but launching an online site and wanting to write books and things like that too. So it's been really cool for us to be in this season. Like we met each other just at the beginning of that. So for us to be in this season together,
right, this
has been really cool.
Yeah,
our backgrounds are very different, but we have a very special connection too as we move forward into these second acts. So
it's really
cool.
Good.
So curious to see, listeners, what's your experience with second act? Maybe you are a long ways away from that. Maybe you're going through kind of the same season we are, or maybe you're well past that.
Well, and I think too, there's something to be said also for. It's not just a career change because I think you can second act, like in the Air Force, when you leave the cockpit and you go and transition to flying a desk, that's kind of a second act.
Wait a minute, you had a flying desk?
No, I flew a desk.
You flew a desk? There's a difference.
Yeah, well, yeah. I just sat at a desk. I was grounded.
I was really picturing a flying desk. I'm a little disappointed. I'm just going to give me a minute to get over that. But
so am I. No, I just think that reinventing yourself doesn't necessarily have to be a big left turn.
Sure.
Of a career change. It can be happening within your career. I don't know. Just it's an interesting concept. I had never heard of the term second act until this panel that we were asked to co-moderate, and then you had to explain it to me. So it's good. Obviously, I'm just curious. Has anybody heard that term before?
I think it's a fairly well-known term.
No, so it's just me living under a rock.
You.
Excellent. Anybody else living under a rock?
But it is interesting to see how your roles...
Or a boulder.
Or a pizza. It is interesting to see, though, how your roles... Like, my roles are still this... I'm still a mom, but I'm mom to young adults now. I'm still a teacher, but I'm changing the way that I'm teaching. It's just interesting. You have the same roles, but... You have the freedom, definitely have more knowledge and world experience to kind of own who you are and do what you feel like you're made to do.
Yeah.
So it's been really, I think it's been a really cool journey. I've enjoyed this next phase.
Yeah. Well, and it's definitely nice not doing it. This dog is driving me nuts.
Is he?
Yes. He is licking his chomps right in my ear. Anyway, what's been really nice is having, like you were saying, somebody at the same phase and the same, like, going forward in the same journey. So that's been cool. So thanks for letting me tag along.
Well, thanks for letting me tag along and teaching me acronyms.
Yes.
That's, there's two really valuable things, Mo, that I feel you've enriched, with which you've enriched my life.
With?
Military time. I'm getting really good at military time.
Yep.
And acronyms. I'm even making up my own acronyms now.
Yeah, you are.
I don't know that they're good ones.
No, yeah. She has TLAs all the time. I'm just like, wow.
So tell us about your second act. Tell us what you've learned in the process or what you're looking forward to when that time comes. Or if that's a little more in your rearview mirror, share your wisdom with us.
Tell us about your third act.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the fourth.
Fifth.
And then the part where people sign the playbills. So I'm taking this way to musical theater. So with all that being said and talking about how mature we are, let's play a game. Shall we?
Yes, we shall.
So we're going to play a game. And as always with our games, we want you to, number one, play along with us. Number two, play them with your friends. This game is called Just a Minute.
Uh-oh. You got a timer?
So we're going, yes, I'm getting my timer out.
And you were so good at this.
We are going to give each other a topic, and the other person has 60 seconds to talk about this topic like they know, like they've studied it in college, all kinds of authority, all kinds of knowledge, but you can be making up every single thing you are saying.
And you can't use the letter E.
That's going to be a little bit difficult.
Okay, you ready for your time?
I'm ready for mine. You can name me my topic?
Yeah, you ready?
Okay, ready, set, go.
The hoodie.
The hoodie. Well, the hoodie was invented by Sir Edward Hoodie of Hoodieville, and originally he designed the hoodie to actually be worn backwards. Why did he design it to be worn backwards? Well, because you can keep popcorn in the hood, so you would wear it to the movie theater, eat popcorn out of the hood, and it was absolutely perfect. Hoodie is derived from the Latin hoodilicious, which means to be worn by bonfires. That's the Latin definition of it. They come in all kinds of colors. I don't know if you've seen the famous movie Boys in the Hoodie. It's where it was this whole group of boys wearing hoods, and they created a whole a gang of the hoodies versus the parkas. there was a whole gang war and everything. So yeah, Boys in the Hoodie. You want to check that out. And yeah, so that's the history of the hoodie. I have 3 seconds left.
Nice. You're so good at that.
It's because I'm just good at being ridiculous.
So here, listeners, I'm just curious. For those of you like me who don't have the gift of gab, I'm just curious. Just like set a timer for a minute and just look up and see something and see if you can't talk for a minute on it.
Make up stuff.
Yeah, because you were really good.
Thank you. Thank you. It's just
makes me question all the compliments you gave me as a baritone.
All right, Mo, you ready for your topic?
No.
You are going to get mad at me, but I'm interested to see what you say.
Don't say origami again.
No.
That was a big old crash and burn.
Okay, your topic is music theory.
Oh.
And go.
it's interesting, and I feel bad saying this because you have made an entire career on music theory. But music theory is actually fiction.
Oh,
yeah.
Music fiction.
Yeah, it's not just like fan fiction. There is a small cult of people who study music theory. I'm using air quotes here. And they tend to make a lot of money on it. And the problem is that with most fiction folklore, like the Grimm brothers, they were really big into nursery rhymes and things like that. And you'll notice, too, that nursery rhymes were invented to put children to sleep. This was back when it was, before it was legal to give kids whiskey to get to sleep. So music theory is more, it was actually created by spinsters who didn't have kids. So they're like, why would I read stories to a kid? Because I don't have any, and it was just awkward when you go next door and say, hey, can I talk to your kid? He's in bed wearing his pajamas. But music theory is invented to put people to sleep. And so
I think that's probably pretty true, actually.
Of course it's true. I don't speak anything but the truth.
All right. That was a nice way to look at my livelihood, so thank you for that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's time well spent. That's why you're second acting. I'm just
All right,
kidding.
give me another topic. I'm ready to make up stuff.
Oh, boy. It's hard to beat Latin for horse on a stick.
Loser
or
horse.
hoodalicious. Now, this may be a little bit of a throwback, so I'm curious to see what you do with this. Not literally. You ready?
Yes.
And begin. Corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob. Well, corn on the cob was originally called corn a la cob, but it sounded too much like a magic chant, like corn a la cob, and people were turning into things, people were turning into like monkeys and things because people would say corn a la cob, and it was like a magic thing. But anyway, corn on the cob was originally grown to be popcorn. But they pulled it off the thing too soon. So it's corn on the cob. These farmers, they're known as popcorn farmers. Back in like the early 1800s, they would plant fields of popcorn. They would sprinkle, they would have the kettle corn section of the field. They would have the caramel corn. And it was all meant to be popcorn. But one day, Jebediah Popcorn went out and picked it too early, and it was corn on the cob. And ever since then, they just were like, hey, let's put some butter and salt on it. And that was an experiment, too, because first they were like, hey, let's put mayonnaise and relish on it. No, it just didn't taste right. So there's that.
Nice.
So, yeah, there's that. Man, don't put mayonnaise and relish on your corn on the cob, people.
Yeah, there's the T-shirt.
That's what we're learning. All right, last one.
Okay.
You ready, Moe?
Yeah.
You ready for this one?
No.
Okay, I want you to tell me everything that you know about the sea lion. Go.
Oh, the sea lion?
Sea lion.
Yeah. Well, it really depends if you were talking about the sea lion or the seal ion. Because the seal ion is actually a chemistry term. And so, as you know, two negatives don't attract. And so instead of attracting, they repel. Okay. Much like the skin on a sea lion will repel the grease when you put it, when they take the Dawn, dish detergent and they wash in all the birds and stuff like that. So it's completely different than that. But the seal ion was basically that chemistry term. And basically what they would do is they would take the blubber and that grease from the sea lion. And you can see where the confusion was, especially if you're a chemist and you have no idea why you're out doing it with a marine biologist. But basically, they would take the grease from the fur of the sea lion and bring it in and create a seal around the ion particles. And so that's what they do, is they called it seal ions.
Oh, that is just fantastic.
That was weak.
God. But you talked for 60 seconds. And dear listeners, that's the point. Yeah. Just talk for a minute, see what happens.
You know what? I think people should actually send us clips of them doing that.
I would love that.
If you
60-second videos of you talking about anything.
And it needs to be done. It's almost like, I don't know how do you give up your topic. But it's got to be spontaneous on the spur of the moment. It would be great for you to send us a video or an audio clip of you doing that.
That would be really amazing.
Post it to Facebook.
Please post it to Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.
Put it in the comments. Oh my gosh, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be
send
awesome.
it to us and we'll make a whole post just about you and your 60-second rant.
Yeah.
We would love that.
MoeandKatyShow@gmail.com or the Moe and Katy Show at Facebook. We want to hear your 60-second. We're going to give you just a minute.
Just a minute.
Yes, I want to hear that.
We'll post it in just a minute. So there's that. Well, we hope that you've had fun today. My goodness, with our ridiculousness. But our goals are gratitude, humor, and positivity always.
Always.
And I think we could all agree that we need some gratitude, humor, and positivity right now. So I want to share this gratitude quote with you. When it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude. And that is a quote by Gilbert K. Chesterton. Again, for the people in the back, when it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude.
I like that.
I do too. That's
You get some good
stuff.
quotes.
Thank you. Thank you, Internet.
Are you calling me internet?
Well, if the web browser fits.
Nope. All right. Well, make sure you post your video or your audio clip of you doing just a minute. We want to hear. We want to hear some other people's skills.
Absolutely.
The gift of gab. That's what it is.
Can you blather on mindlessly like we do?
I know the answer is yes.
Yes.
And I'm talking.
That's right.
To you. Anyway, I will close it out, and I will say, be grateful, keep laughing, and stay positive.
And we'll see you next time.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
The Mo and Katy Show has been recorded in front of a live canine audience.
Our theme song is It Is Fun by HopeSounds.com.
The Mo and Katy Show is produced by Mo and Katy.
Our sound engineer is Mo and Katy.
Our producer is Mo and Katy.
Hair, makeup, lighting, and catering by, you guessed it, Mo and Katy.
For comments, suggestions, and smart remarks, visit the Mo and Katy Show Facebook page or email us at moandkatyshow@gmail.com.